In the ancient Igbo land, where the sun dipped into the horizon and painted the sky with hues of crimson and gold, two villages stood apart, their histories intertwined like the threads of a traditional Igbo fabric. Oka and Onitsha, two villages with a centuries-old feud, born of blood and betrayal. Akua, a maiden with skin as smooth as the river stones and hair as black as the night sky, lived in Oka. Her laughter echoed through the village, and her smile could light up the darkest of nights. Okri, a young man with eyes as bright as the stars and a heart full of courage, dwelled in Onitsha. His strength was renowned, and his wisdom was sought by the elders. Their paths crossed during the annual New Yam festival, where the villagers gathered to celebrate the harvest. Akua's beauty captivated Okri, and his bravery impressed Akua. As they danced under the stars, their hearts beat as one. Little did they know that their love would spark a fire that would consume their families and their villages. Akua and Okari's chance encounter at the New Yam festival blossomed into secret meetings. They would steal away to the banks of the river Osomarai, where the water whispered secrets to the wind. Their love deepened with each passing day. Akua's laughter echoed through the forest, and Okari's heart sang with joy. They would sit together, watching the stars twinkle above, their fingers intertwined, but their love was forbidden. Their families had sworn to never let their children marry from the opposing village. The hatred between Oka and Onitsha ran deep, fueled by generations of bloodshed and betrayal. One fateful night, Akua's brother, Yugo, discovered their secret. He had followed Akua, suspicious of her nocturnal wanderings. Yugo's anger burned like a wildfire, threatening to consume the fragile love between Akua and Okari. "You dare teal of the enemy!" Yugo thundered, his voice echoing through the forest. Akua pleaded with Yugo to understand, but his heart was hardened. He vowed to tell their parents, to put an end to the forbidden love. Okari, sensing danger, took Akua's hand and fled into the night. They ran, their footsteps pounding the earth, their hearts racing with fear. "We must leave," Okari whispered, his eyes scanning the darkness. "Our love will never be accepted," Akua nodded, tears streaming down her face. "I will follow you anywhere, my love." But fate had other plans. Yugo's revelation ignited a firestorm in Oka. Akua's parents, Chief Okeke and his wife, Lolo, summoned Okari's family to their village. The air was thick with tension as the two families faced each other. "You have dishonored our family," Chief Okeke thundered, his voice shaking with rage. "Our daughter will never marry an Onitsha dog." Okari's father, Chief Okoye, stood tall, his eyes flashing with defiance. "Our son has done nothing wrong. Your daughter loves him, and he loves her." Lolo spat at Okari's feet. "Love? You know nothing of love. This is treason." The meeting ended in chaos, with both families vowing to never relent. Akua was forced to marry Yugo's friend, Ezin, a man twice her age. Okari, determined to be with Akua, sought the counsel of the village elder, Ezudo. The wise old man listened, his eyes filled with sorrow. "War is coming," Ezudo warned. "Your families will never accept your love. Flee, Okari, and take Akua with you." But Okari refused to abandon his family. He vowed to protect them, to fight for their right to love. As tensions escalated, Okori's family was ambushed on their way to market. Okori's younger brother, Obina, was killed in the attack. Okori's world shattered. He vowed to avenge his brother's death, to make Oka pay for their treachery. Akua, trapped in her loveless marriage, heard of Okori's vow. She knew she had to escape. To find Okori before he did something reckless, but Ezin, her husband, had other plans. Ezin's plan, Ezin, fueled by jealousy and hatred, conspired with Hugo to destroy Okori. They would use Akua as bait, luring Okori into a trap. Akua, unaware of the danger lurking ahead, began to plan her escape. Akua escaped from Ezin's compound, fleeing into the night. She navigated the treacherous forest, guided by the moon's silver light. Her heart pounded with anticipation, knowing she would soon be reunited with Okori. As she approached Onitsha, Akua encountered Okori's sister, Neoma. The young girl had been sent to fetch water from the river. Akua, "What brings you here?" Neoma exclaimed, her eyes wide with surprise. "I've come for Okori," Akua replied, her voice barely above a whisper. Neoma led Akua to Okori's hideout, a secluded cave outside the village. Okori's eyes lit up as Akua entered, her beauty radiant in the dim light. "My love," Okori whispered, embracing Akua. Their reunion was brief, as Ezin and Hugo's trap was sprung. Okori's enemies ambushed the cave, swords clashing in the darkness. Okori fought valiantly, but he was outnumbered. Akua, desperate to save her love, grabbed a nearby spear and joined the fray. In the chaos, Akua was struck by a poisoned arrow. Okori, enraged, slaughtered the attackers, but it was too late. As the sun rose over the forest, Akua lay dying in Okori's arms. "My love," Akua whispered, her voice fading. "Forgive me for not being strong enough." Okori's tears fell like rain as he held Akua close. "You are strong, my love," Okori replied, his voice shaking. "You are my strength." Akua's eyes closed, and her body went still. Okori's world shattered. In his grief, Okori vowed to join Akua in the afterlife. He took the same poison arrow that killed Akua and pierced his own heart. Their bodies were found by Neoma, who had followed Akua to the cave. The young girl wept, her heart broken. The star-crossed lovers, the villagers of Oka and Onitsha, learned of the tragic end of Akua and Okori's love. Their story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the devastating consequences of hatred and feud. The river Osomarai, witness to their love and tragedy, flowed silently, its waters whispering secrets to the wind. Later, the feud between Oka and Onitsha ended with the deaths of Akua and Okori. Their families, realizing the senseless destruction their hatred had caused, made peace. A shrine was built in honor of the star-crossed lovers, where the villagers would offer prayers and sacrifices. Their love story became a legend, told and retold around the fires, reminding future generations of the transformative power of love.